What is going on, everyone? Today got a little short video for you. Got a new strut bar. These were actually made by another member in the cloud community, Jeff. He got me a gold one, pretty sick, and I'm gonna throw it on today. I'm gonna show you one reason why I'm updating it to this one, and I'll show you a different style, you know, that has a different way of going on. So this is the DNA motoring strut bar in gold that Jeff in the Stratus community got made. As you can see, got some custom mounts. You got your normal, you know, I guess you'd call that like a turnbuckle or whatever you want to call it, to adjust it out. And, you know, got some nice welds on there. Looks braced fairly well. And it'll go on there in a moment. So this is my old strut bar. Has been on the car for quite some time, and it's not really, I guess you'd say, ideal. First off, it's a giant chunk of aluminum, so I mean, it's whatever. But the two things I don't like about it is that the bracket for the strut tower is one piece. It's just bent. So to me, you get weak points here of it flexing. The other thing I don't like is that this isn't really that long, and there's not two bolts, there's only one. So that way it might pivot a little bit. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem the best design possible, and that's why I like Jeff's. So that's why this is gone. I don't think Jeff has any more of these ones left, unfortunately, but I'm gonna go ahead and start installing this. First off, real quick, if you have an older car, you need to check out my last video, because broke a bunch of bolts and had to get new mounts. So I was talking about that in the last video. So let me grab, I think, 17 and get them on there. So actually it was an 18-inch. So basically what is going to happen is your car can be on the ground for this style bar. And basically we'll just take these two bolts out. I'll take this out so it's separate. I already got that one in. And bolt this in real quick. One bolt. Get the other bolt out. I put our bracket in. See, it's notched out for the top of the strut area here. And we'll get them sorted down. And what I like to do is push the bracket over as far as I can against the bolts, so that way once it's adjusted, you know, it's not trying to slide, it'll have all the force already on the bolts. Now we have both brackets in, and we can get our bar, and we'll have to adjust it now. So basically, to adjust it, we'll have to, hopefully we're aimed right, we'll have to just twist this until we get this to sit as tight as we can in here. I'm going to adjust the other side first, try to get it out evenly, and then I'll show you mounting it on this side, and then we'll tighten it all up. So that side is in and out a little bit. I don't know if you can see this. See how the hole's not centered yet? What we're going to want to do is twist this until we got that hole. Am I going the wrong way? I believe I'm going the wrong way. Usually one of these is normal thread and the other is counterclockwise thread. Yeah, we're going the right way now. And what we're going to want to do is get this out far enough to where when we go ahead and put this bolt in, I'll do it from the back side just so you can see what I'm talking about. That like this. See how the bolt is taking the load here and on this side of the fitting there, and that way it'll be nice and snug. And I think that'll be good. I think one more would be too much. I don't think it'd work. Let me just try it real quick. I bet if I twist that, yeah, that'll work. That'll be nice and snug. So let me get this bolt in, and then we'll tighten everything up, and I'll give you a final show of it. So, got a 14 wrench, Allen key. We'll snug this up, nice and tight. We don't want it to shift or anything. Then let's see. What size? We've got to put this nut. This is the locking nut for the bar. See if it's a 17. Oh, I thought it was a 17. It looks like it's an 18. Oh, what is it? Come on. It's got to be a 19. Let me grab a 19 real quick. Lock that up. Actually, I'm going to use a crescent wrench. Don't normally like doing this, but for the video, just lock it down. Now, I gotta do the other side real quick, and I'll be right back. And there we have it. New bar, nice, installed, super quick. Maybe like 10 minutes total to get your tools and everything ready. Unless you got an older car, these bolts or nuts will be very difficult to get off. So if they are, get a little bit of this the night before. Make sure they're lubed up because you don't want that coming off. But yeah, bar. So bar is nice and secure. It seems a lot sturdier than that old style bar. It's also a lot lighter. So real quick, I want to show you two other bars because they're a little bit different. So here in the back of the Stratus, I have a C-pillar brace where the seat belts used to go. And as you can see, it is round. So what's nice about this is you can mount it, loosen the nuts, and actually twist the bar until it's fully tightened that way, then crank everything down. And then there is the fixed style. Let me show you that on the caliber real quick. So here is my caliber. Here is the DC2 steel strut bar. Wasn't really concerned about weight in this thing. It's just like the Mopar one. But this style, as you can see, it's all welded and fixed. If you have a style like this, and as you can see, these are nuts on the top of the strut tower. What I had to do to get this on was loosen up everything, jack up the car slowly so that all the studs went down with the struts, slide the bar on, lower the car back down so all the studs went in, and then painstakingly put in some of these nuts in the tight spots. That's just how some of these ones go. But as you can see, there's three different types. So depending on what you have for your car available, you know, some bars can cost up to a couple $100. Some are really cheap, but they all in principle do the same thing. Just do a little bit of research of how they're designed and go from there. All of them just help stiffen up your chassis between any weak points where, you know, you figure your subframe and your strut tires look like this, and there could be a little bit of flexing like that maybe, and just stiffens it up. If you're lucky enough, you have a sports car that probably came with that bar. So hope you liked this video. Hopefully it was short. I gotta keep working. Like and subscribe. Till next time.